Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so what's going on with Capricorn? Who needs to hear a message? What are they struggling with? Okay. We have give with gratitude and grace. And then we have lay a solid foundation. Okay. Let's see what's on the bottom. Trust in the magic. Okay. All right. So I feel that the lay the solid foundation, and I feel like it's could be with a relationship, it could be really with anything, is that having that belief, trusting, building something that you feel is something that you can rely on. I feel like it's, are there red flags, right? Are you making excuses for someone's bad behavior or something that's going wrong? Are you making excuses? Do you feel inside that there's something that's not right in a situation, but you're making excuses for those? And are you kind of feeling that inner, like that gnawing feeling inside that something's not right, but are you accepting that, you know, whether it has to do with a job or a person or whatever that is? I feel like, you know, are you ignoring red flags? Are there things going on that you're accepting that behavior, but you feel inside that something's not right? And I feel like that's what you need to look at. That's what you know, sometimes we're like, well, I don't really want to have something new. I don't want to do something new because I feel like I feel safe in accepting this situation, but this situation has a lot of red flags in it. I feel like it's also looking, hold on a second. I also feel that it's looking at what we have around us, the positive things that we have around us, and being thankful for those things. Sometimes we overlook those things, right? We overlook the positive things that we have, and we're always striving for something more, something bigger, something better, something different, because that person has it, or, you know, it's something more, and it's not, we're not appreciating what it is that we have around us and all of the good things that we have. And I feel like also being able to see that and be thankful for what it is that we have, that also helps to lay a solid foundation. Queen of Swords. What is this Queen of Swords? Ten of Wands. All right. I feel that with this Queen of Swords, and then we have this Ten of Wands, is like getting past a situation, right? Moving on from a situation and being able to let something go and to see those red flags and realize that, okay, if there's a lot of red flags in this situation, then I have to make some changes. There are some changes that I have to make, that things need to even out, things need to balance out, that it could be within a relationship that maybe you're spending, like there's too much time in one area and not enough in another, so it's not really balancing out. And that could be putting a lot of strain and stress on a relationship, and having that balance helps to lay more of a solid foundation. Also with the Star, I feel like it's being appreciative of the things that you have and looking at those things that you have and the positive things about yourself and that positive energy and, you know, those good things and attributes that you have that are positive, and focusing on those instead of focusing on the negative, right? Realizing that you have the power to make anything happen, that you have the power to take control of a situation. maybe it is that you feel like you don't have control of a situation, but, you know, realizing that you really do. Sometimes we give our control to other people. Sometimes we realize that, and sometimes we don't realize that. And maybe that's something that you have to look at. We have the infinity sign, which is individual empowerment and everlasting love. It could be a long-term relationship or friendship that you've had, that maybe that's something that you have to look at. Or maybe it's, I almost feel like this is a new feeling for you also too. It could be that for some of you, it's like, you know what? I really do have control of this situation. I really can make those changes, that I'm responsible for the changes in my life. I'm responsible for laying a solid foundation, right? Sometimes we think that we leave that up to other people, but it's time that we take control and we have the solid foundation and we believe in ourselves. There's something that you're holding on to that you have to let go of, right? Because the Death card is about transformation and change. And I feel like I just feel that with these two young kids here, I just feel like this is a new feeling and a new direction that you're going in. And I feel like that trust in the magic is trusting that you're going in a direction that is good for you and is positive, and that will make you stronger and more confident. I feel like what you're holding on to is this Ten of Wands here. But I also feel that it's an insecurity and doubt that can really play tricks on our minds, right? When we keep going to that I can't energy, or doubt, or questioning what it is that we're feeling. There are times when it's good to question those things, but there are times when that questioning can become overwhelming and it will stop us from changing and going in a direction that we want to go in. I feel like it's just being more aware of your thought process and your thinking, right? And making choices that are better for you. I just keep having this image, like, for this reading, is that someone is giving up control to somebody else. Like someone is letting someone else make all the decisions. And I feel like sometimes that's okay. Like, but sometimes I feel like it goes back to laying a solid foundation, is that it's like it's feeling shaky too, because there's things that you don't agree with. That this other person is doing. Yeah, that I feel like you don't agree with some things. I feel like it's up to you to make that decision, right? It's like, are you going to focus on you and your energy, or are you going to focus on this Three of Swords? It could just be energy, right? That maybe it's not even a person, but you're letting an energy or a thought process or a past, this Three of Swords, like that's kind of controlling you and your decisions. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in Three of Swords that we can't even see clearly. Like, oh, we can think about this, and we just keep playing that tape in our head again and again and again. And that affects us. But I feel like it's kind of coming into that, okay, let me look at this differently. Let me see, what is this Three of Swords? I feel like the Three of Swords is what's affecting you. It's affecting your decisions. Sometimes we put our life on hold because we're waiting for someone else to make a move. We're waiting for someone else to make a decision. We're waiting for them. And sometimes that's good, but I feel like a lot of times, like sometimes we're waiting, but it's stopping our progress. It's stopping our growth. It's stopping, right? The Death card transforming. It's stopping us from moving forward because we're waiting for that other person. Maybe it's somebody that you had a relationship and you're like, well, maybe they'll come back, maybe we'll get back together, and maybe they'll come around, and we'll get back together. And maybe they will, but I feel like a lot of times we put our lives on hold and we're waiting for that person, and we're not taking new opportunities or other opportunities, or we're not pushing ourselves into a direction that is best for us because we're waiting for that person to come around. And I feel that you have to take control of the situation and go on your path. And if it's meant to be and that person comes back around and you want to get back together with that person, then that's up to you and that's your choice. But you know what? If you've grown and you've learned and you've let go of these Ten of Wands and you're going on your own path, or maybe you've even met somebody new that's even better and a better fit, or your interest, it's like you take control of the situation. You decide if you want to get back together with that person, right? Or you decide if you want to go back into that energy. And you have control of the situation and not giving it to that other person or that energy for that to decide what's going to happen, because you're putting your life on hold. And the choice is yours, right? You take control and you make the choice about what you want to do, but you keep going on your path, right? Sometimes, it's the people that are around us, like we're kind of codependent on them, and then they're living their life and they're doing their thing, and we're like, well, we're just kind of following them. And it's like, I feel like you have to realize, okay, but what is my path? That's their path, but what is my path, and what is it that I want to do? I want to lay a solid foundation for my path and my journey. Life is too short to always be waiting for other people and what their decisions are, right? So, sometimes you have to. I'm not saying all situations, but sometimes if it's stifling to us in our direction and our path, I feel like that's something that you have to look at and really see, like, is this something that I should wait for? Is this something, that I can put maybe my life on a temporary hold to see what happens? Or do I still want to pursue things? Do I still want to go in my direction? Yes, exactly. Do I want to be the King of Wands and take action and do what it is that I want to do and take control of the situation? Do I want to go on my path? And if this comes back around, then I'll make a decision in the future about what it is that I want to do. Because that way you feel like you're more in control of your own life. And that takes this Ten of Wands, these heavy burdens off your back, because you're not sitting around waiting for them. If that's what you decide, right? The Moon. You never know what's going to happen. I just feel like, it's like you never know what's going to happen, and I just feel like time goes by so quickly. And sometimes we can't see where things are headed. Sometimes we can't see the direction that we're going in, right? But I feel like if we're making our own decisions and our own choices, I feel like then we have more control of things. And that's, I feel, something to be thankful and to be happy about. And that you feel that you have more control over things, and it feels more balanced, because it's not like you're always waiting for someone else. You're always waiting for another situation to happen. So I feel like it's lay that solid foundation within yourself, and for you to be strong and confident in your journey and your path, and you take control of situations, and you make the choices that are best for you. All right, so let's close out with a fortune reading card. I feel like they're all over the place here. Sometimes that's what we have to do, is we have to take a hard look at, am I making the choices in my life, or am I letting someone else make the choices for my life? Proposal, a romantic or business opportunity is indicated. And my first thought when I saw that is that, could there, what if a business or a new opportunity comes in for you, right? But if you're back here waiting for this person or this situation to make a decision, and that's the energy that I was feeling, is that if there's opportunities that come in, but we're waiting for this other person to make a decision, and we miss out on opportunities because we're waiting for someone else to give an answer, right? Does that stop us from better opportunities and good opportunities and new relationships and new businesses and new, are we stopping ourselves from that? Is that what we want? Or do we want to look into these opportunities and see what they are, and if we feel it's good for us to pursue those, right? Because that may be a better fit for us, and that we're taking control of the situation and we're taking those opportunities and relationships that we feel that we want to, instead of sitting here waiting, is that person going to give me an answer? And what if that person gives me an answer that I don't want to hear, and now I've just missed out on this opportunity? I feel like is that a chance that you want to take? Or do you want to take a chance on going your own path, going your own direction, taking control of a situation, and if there's opportunities that come in, that you want to take those? Because you never know, you may miss out on something that's really good. Just food for thought. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.